Crumbleflan, Part 18. The Affiliation set forth. You don't suppose we're sending them off on a wild goose chase, do you, Ermintrude?
Of course not, Vivian. It's a wild dragon chase, if anything.
That is hilarious, my love. But I mean, do you really think they'll find one? And supposing they do, might they not be burned to cinders?
If Wallace and Aldith believe there are dragons to be found, then I trust their judgment. And as for them being incinerated, I trust all of them to be sensible enough to avoid such a fate. With perhaps the exception of Sir Rafe.
Yes, loyal and true he may be, but he can be jolly gung-ho about things, can't he?
Make way, goodly sirs, make way, lest I clatter you with my mighty lance. I see but toys through my visor, for though my helm be bright and graced with the finest plumes, I can't see a ruddy thing from inside it.
What's all this palaver then, my backdraft?
Oh, hello, Dahlia. I heard they're preparing to go on some quest or something.
Oh, yeah? Who told you that, then? Who's got the gossip before I have, eh?
I heard it from Diggory Scab. He's going with them, I think.
What? The rubbish collector?
Oh, not anymore.
Wait up, Sir Rafe. Oh, blimey, I've dropped your shield. Hang on. Oh, bum. There goes the lot. Are you sure you need all this gubbins?
Yes, Scab, for a knight must be full well equipped when combating a serpent of Satan.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really need this piddle pot?
That isn't a vessel for urination. 'Tis my fire retardant helmet.
But you've already got helmet on your head.
Verily, but this is my good helmet. I don't want it spoiled. Forsooth, a dragon's fiery breath would make but short work of this fine featheriness. If you are to be my squire on this mission, you must quickly learn all about knightly accoutrements.
All I'm saying is, it's a shame it doesn't include a bag or something to put it all in.
Ah, Wallace. All set?
Aye, Grundleburn. All I needs is my trusty staff and sickle. What have you got in that box?
A few medicinal ointments, unguents and broths, just in case. I fashioned this strap so I can carry it on my back, you see?
That's the way. It's no good being laden down on a long journey like this.
Oh, dung balls!
What's all this?
It's Sir Rafe's accrudeats.
You're not taking all that.
Very well. I shall risk my life and integrity, and wear but this one suit of armour, and take but my lance.
Are you sure you can walk all the way to Wales in that, Sir Rafe?
Why, of course, madam.
Goodness me!
Comfort.
Scab, as my squire, it is your duty to help me up. You can't leave your knightly master rolling like a beetle on the ground.
Right, that's it. You are absolutely not taking any of this rubbish. Armour won't be any good against a dragon if you annoy it, and you're sure to annoy it making all this bloody noise.
Made it. So be it. I shall face the foe as God intended, merely armed with my lethal bare hands and my sharp as mustard wits. Squire Scab, undress me.
It's Diggory. Didn't even buy me flowers first either.
Absolutely ridiculous. You've got to be streamlined. Think to yourself, not what can I do without, only what do I absolutely need. Essentials is the name of the game, boy. Oh, good God! What's this clown up to?
Get out of the way, you filthy peasants! Make way!
Good grief, Lord Crabtide.
Whoa there, Skidmark!
What in the name of Merlin's magic mushrooms are you playing at with all this lot, man?
It's my travel essentials.
That is a cartload of crap, piled higher than my house, boy. You want your head opening up, you do. You think you could take a ruddy cart and a stinking donkey through the hills of Wales?
Ignore him, Skidmark. He smells worse than you do. Anyway.
What exactly is it you've packed?
Well, portable bathing apparatus, some salted foodstuffs, clothes, a few hats.
A few?
Well, it's mostly hats, but I don't know what sort of conditions we'll be in. I wanted to be prepared for any headway emergencies.
We are going to die.
Now, let's not lose our heads. Lord Crabtite, you may choose one hat.
I'm sorry? Are you speaking in tongues? Did you say one hat?
One hat.
This will take some serious deliberation. I'm not sure I can decide. Maybe I just shouldn't go.
Come, let's look through them together, shall we? Goodness, but there are a lot of them, aren't there?
Of course, it is imperative that Crabtite go with the others, Wynfrith the Weaver, to give you time to thoroughly go through the accounts.
Aye, Your Majesty. I don't want him creeping about and interfering. I wouldn't trust that sneaky string bean as far as I could throw me hip out.
On that, we are entirely in agreement. But Vivian holds on to some trust in him that I really cannot fathom.
Aye, but with respect, Majesty, the king wouldn't know a fleece from a fur.
Well, maybe not.
He couldn't organise a rat-spotting contest in the city of Hamlin.
I suppose.
He may have the crown on his head, but there's nought but breeze between his ears.
Yes, might I briefly remind you, this is my husband you're talking about, and quite apart from that, he is your king, Wynfrith.
Point taken. Sorry, Your Majesty. So, where does Lord Creepy Crabtite keep his papers?
Here in his rooms. One moment. I'm sure I have the key here, somewhere.
It's open.
Or, yes, I suppose we could just break in.
Time waits for no one, Majesty. First rule of business.
Right, so we've whittled it down to these three.
I'm still not convinced we've given the Turquoise number in silk and feathers the consideration it deserves.
It's completely impractical. One gust of wind and it'll be gone forever.
It's got to be one of these three, Lord Crabtite.
I suggest this one. I mean, it's ridiculous, but at least it'll keep the wet off.
Ridiculous? What do you mean? This hat comes with its own guttering and gargoyles to allow rain runoff. Not only that, but it has a candle cove to light your way in the dark of the night, and hood and mask attachment to keep out the cold.
Well, there you go then. This is the one. No more arguing.
Merlin's moobs. That's a whole half hour I'll never see again. Honestly, I don't think I've ever witnessed a man weep so shamelessly over something so trivial. I didn't get that upset when I lost my ruddy leg.
Your Majesty.
Good morning, Olive. I see you're all gathered. Good. All ready for the off, then?
I'm still not sure I should leave you, sire. If I may humbly make so unobtrusively bold...
That's very thoughtful of you, Crabtite, but I shan't be lonely.
Forgive me, sire, but you misunderstand me. I mean, if I am to travel from Crumbleflan, who will there be left to gather the taxes, deal with miscreants, and deter the children from laughing noisily in the streets?
Do you stop little ones playing, Crabtite?
Well, depends what kind of day I'm having.
He does, sire. He can be a right grumpy guts.
Oh. Well, anyway, it's all in hand. Sid will be here, and when he's too busy with pig things, I shall take on the sheriffing duties.
But, sire, you'll actually have to do things? Leave the castle, walk round town, you know?
Yes, Aldith. I am not quite as useless as you may think me. Crabtite, you are going on this quest, and you are going to grapple with a dragon. And that is my absolute final word on the matter.
Oh, poot.
Be not downhearted, goodly Lord Crabtide, for I, Sir Rafe, brave and true, shall be at your side when we face the foe. Oh, my hose have fallen down. I think I tore the waistband when I removed my tassets.
You're missing more than your tassets, boy.
You're sending me out into the wilds of Wales to catch a dragon with this nudist nutter.
My final word. I, King Vivian the Vague, have spoken.
I mean, why did the king ever hire Crabtite in the first place, your majesty? You can tell as soon as smelling him he ain't no good, no how.
Oh, I believe Crabtite did Vivian a great favour when they were both young. No idea what it was. Not sure even Vivian remembers, to be honest.
Fishy as an otter's whiskers.
Now, I believe this cabinet is where he stores all the records. Locked. Wait a moment.
It's open.
Really, Wynfrith? You can't go about breaking into things willy-nilly.
An obstacle is only such if you make it so. First rule of business. Now then, let's take a goosey-goosey gander.
Oh, my.
By heck!
There's just so much paper.
What kind of filing system does this sneakskin use? It's crammed in here all which ways. It's almost as if it didn't want anyone to be able to trace things.
What categorizing chaos! No labels, no order, no method at all! Ugh, it offends my very soul. Well, I suppose we should start somewhere. Oh no! Help!
Oh, wonderful. That's given us a cracking head start, has that? Always take from the top, Majesty. It's the
First rule of business. I know. Ugh.
Good people of Crumbleflan, we mark this moment as one of great bravery and intrepidness. For these noble souls here gathered are about to set off on a great quest.
Bloody daft quest, more like.
They will set forth in search of a dragon. Not to slay it, nay, nor even to get into a heated argument with the beast, but to bring it back here to Crumbleflan.
You what? It'll burn the whole place to the ground. We'd better get out of here before our houses are nothing but ashes.
Could someone shut that woman up? Good people, the dragon shall be put to work protecting our treasury. I didn't mean hit her. Oh.
That'll teach you to sneak up on me. Did you see that? This bloke just tried to suppress me.
Someone remove that unconscious soldier. And so set forth the Affiliation of Hydra Hunters. Lord Crabtite, Sir Rafe Fairplay, Grundleburn the Great, Diggory Scab the Squire, and Wallace the Welshman. Go well, fearless nomads. May God keep you in health and see that your mission proves fruitful. Our goodly priest, Elder Sackcloth, will now bless thee afore you go. Over to you, old chap.
No, really, we'd better get on, before it gets dark.
Verily.
By the Druid's balls!
And so it was that when the men of Hemorrhadia were sent down out of the gate of Anus, they were sore afraid of what might befall them. But one spake, saying, Lo, brothers, hold not fear in thy hearts, but make instead room for the light of God, for he shall be with us e'en as we pass through the valley of Crack, and with him there can be no treacherousness that can hinder us in our great mission. Just as it was with they, so be it unto thee, the Affiliation of Hydra Hunters. Take my blessing and the light of God's love, and all shall be well on your quest. I shall now spritz thee with the water that is holified. I bless thee in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
That went right in me eye.
Now go forth, goodly questers, travel true on thy path, stay pure in thy hearts, and bringeth me back some genuine Welsh cakes, please.
Forvani!
Yes, off we go.
Onward to greatness, glory, honour, and adventures that will be sung of in ballads throughout time.
Might want to find a belt before we set off, Sir Ray, for you'll keep tripping over your tights.
That was Crumbleflan, with Callum Hale as King Vivian the Vague, Philippa James as Queen Ermintrude the Organised and Dahlia Mail, David Boyle as Lord Crabtight the Cunning, Jacqueline Johnson as Grundleburn the Great and Mar Backdraft, Wayne Ingram as Sir Ray Fairplay, Lewis Allcock as Elder Sackcloth, Alice Osmanski as Wynfrith the Weaver, Dylan Allcock as Dearie Scab the Squire, and Christian Patterson as Wallace the Welshman.